Grew up, which is nice, but yeah, just looking after them a little bit and just checking in with them.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah, 83. I'm with Emma, the coach from the Isle of Man. Emma, welcome to Antrim. Talk us through your expectations for your squad in this particular competition.
So I have 10 new caps this time, so we're probably coming with a little bit of a mixture of experience, but we're also trying to bed in new players. I have some established players that were in the last tournament, which I'm hoping will bring through my new ones. Being part of an island as well, we don't necessarily get the same competition as most places, and especially with COVID as well. So it's nice to basically bed in our players for the under-19s and under-21s going forward. So this is definitely about experience.
It's your first time as the Republic of Ireland coach, so just talk us through what you're aiming to achieve through this competition.
I'm very excited about this squad. I feel it's got a lot to give. It's a new squad with a lot of new caps, but I do think we'll be going in there to be ranked right up and do well.
And you say you're new to this squad, so what excites you the most about this group of players that you bring into this competition?
Their enthusiasm, the enthusiasm of Netball Ireland. I think they've got a lot of transition and they want to do, and I think they are going to be a force to reckon with, and I believe in that journey, so I'm excited to be a part of that.
Welcome, Claire, to Antrim, and I'm sure as coach you're looking forward to this performance over the weekend. Talk us through your preparations so far.
I'm really excited to see what they bring. Preparations have been very similar to last time. We've upped the intensity, worked a lot on our strength and conditioning, and then the technical work has really been emphasis towards the end of our training program.
What expectations do you put on yourself as captain, and what have the squad got to really try and achieve?
For myself, just trying to make sure everybody's comfortable, everybody feels happy, everyone thinks they know what they're doing, just so everybody's confident enough to go on court. For the team, just to put 100% on court, try their absolute best.
What do you do off the court and what do you do on the court?
Helping the girls to bond together, making sure everybody's okay, making sure that everybody knows what they're doing. If anybody's got any issues, letting them know that they can come to me. On court, giving lots of advice, shouting up, making sure everybody's voice is heard. That's a big thing, yeah.
Tell us what you're looking forward to, Demi, over this next few days in terms of netball.
In the last tournament, it was my first under-17s and I really enjoyed the level of play. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that again.
Talk us through your preparations and how the squad have come together.
We've been able to work on our formations, our partnerships, and I think we've just gelled together more as a team this time round.
So on court, 5 minutes later than planned, Isle of Man versus Switzerland. Thank you for joining us. We're going to run through this starting lineup really quickly as the Isle of Man are getting us underway. The goalkeeper for the Isle of Man, Holly Charmer. Goal defence, Mackenzie Pizzi. Wing defence, Charlotte Geldart. Centre, Kate Duran. Wing attack, Emily Osborne. Goal attack, Sarah Long. And goal shooter, Emily Hutchinson. The coach is Emma Williams, and the impact players are Annabelle Clegg, Winnie Davis, Amy Gelling, Ellie Johnston and Mia Pearson. For Scotland, it's not Scotland, Switzerland currently in possession, looking for their first score on the board. At goalkeeper, Clara Themmel. Goal defence, Sophia Barrera. Wing defence, Anika McDonald. Centre, Chloe Elaine. Wing attack, Tatiana Manthos. Goal attack, Martina Morales-Amrek. And goal shooter, Charlotte Gamers. The coach is Vanessa McCullough-Naylor, and the impact players are Isabella Harper, Tossa Protopapa, Carla Sands, Lauren Sloan and Julia Bulgari. The umpires in control of this game are Becky Scott, Katrina Mills, and the reserve is Catherine Slater. So already Isle of Man taking the lead 2-0 in this game. Currently the Isle of Man beat Gibraltar in this tournament 42-36. However, they lost to the Northern Ireland Development side 25-41. Switzerland still to get a win on the board. I'm Natalie Keppel. I'm joined by the wonderful legend that is Anita Nathan. How are you, Anita?
I'm good, thanks. It's been a great day, hasn't it? We've really enjoyed some quality netball in both competitions. I'm excited to see how the Isle of Man performance unfolds, just having done a little bit of work with some of these players last weekend. So let's see what happens, see if they put anything into practice.
Pressure's on. Isle of Man haven't played yet today. However, Switzerland have already played once today against the Republic of Ireland. So it'll be interesting as well to see how that plays out. Did you teach her how to shoot like that?
I didn't work with the shooters, I can't take the credit, but yeah, I do like the shooting action from Sarah Long. Really composed and just steadies all of the attack down.
We've seen Sarah Long before in these competitions. She has played in the last competition for the Isle of Man. A great player. But a good pick up there by Chloe Elaine. She did well to get that ball out to Barrera, but it was deemed to be obstruction, so Annika MacDonald gets to go again. Barrera now on the ball. Elaine and Manthos just getting in the same space. Or did you teach the turnovers?
I really enjoyed working with Mackenzie Pizzey. She's just a very mature individual and excellent. She just reads the game incredibly well. Been playing, I think, mixed in with the more open players in the Isle of Man. And you can tell, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Captain of this Isle of Man side. Sister of Cassie Pizzey as well, who plays for the senior side. So, netballing family.
She tracks incredibly well. She's a real force for the Isle of Man, particularly pairing up with Holly Charmer as well, who's, for me, is a really good defender in the making and currently in her age group. So Switzerland just struggling a little bit to get on the board in terms of scoring. It is the pressure of the two circle defenders from the Isle of Man, Pizzey and Charmer, just putting a lot of pressure on Charlotte Gomez and Martina Morales-Arek.
Yeah, Martina Morales-Arek as well, a fantastic player who's played for the senior side and got player of the tournament as well in the senior competition.
Wow. The Isle of Man were doing quite a lot of work with another coach in terms of just trying to get the ball in those high percentage shooting areas. So a little bit of court craft around the out and in, and Sarah Long particularly good at that in terms of just keeping that ball on the same side and really working herself to post. So hopefully that pays off for her.
It'll be interesting to see the Isle of Man tomorrow as well. They take on the Republic of Ireland, and let's remember that this is for somebody is trying to get promoted in this competition, so it kind of sets itself up if they win this game, which, looking at the score at the moment and in terms of performances so far, they're highly likely to. Sets up a fantastic last game, doesn't it?
Can't wait. It's been a great tournament. I think it's just one of development for this age group, but equally we've seen some solid performances, so really enjoy just looking at what talent is out there and ready to come through the system in terms of moving and progressing through to the next age group too. Great ball in, good vision.
Hutchinson working that goal line really well to drive into the backspace.
Can see the communication developing between the mid-quarters from the Isle of Man, Osborne and Doran, just connecting with Hutchinson and Long.
Offside there by Manthos. Manthos, in the last tournament we saw him play quite a lot in the goal shooter position, so possibly a wing attack, goal shooter. Wants to be in the circle, but you can't. You're wing attack today. A painful roll.
Switzerland just struggling a little bit. I guess it's their second game today, isn't it, Natalie? So difficult to just kind of recover and back on again at this age group sometimes.
It really is, isn't it? And I thought they played really well actually in their last game. quite impressive, and I think it was a much better performance than we'd seen from them in previous occasions. But like you say, it does take it out of you to put that performance out and then have to back it up again in the same day. Chloe Elaine at centre as well is one that's impressed me. She struggled for me in the last tournament that I saw her in, and she's really owned that centre position this tournament. I know they've switched Morelos on into it sort of in the fourth quarter on a couple of games, but I think she's done a really good job. Look, there she is again, hustling that ball.
Oh, super shot there from long, the goal attack for the Isle of Man. Incredible take by Pizzi. Credit to Switzerland though, not giving up as they never do.
No, neither do the crowd for them.
We love the bells, don't we?
Yeah. Big shot. Good job, Morelos on Rat. Just being pinged there, McDonald. Oh, unlucky by Themel.
Followed that in, just not able to hold on to that ball. That's Amelie Hutchinson. Oh, great pressure by the Isle of Man. Coach killer.
Just got to take a breath on the turnover, go for an easy ball. They were lucky with that call there, I think. But better width as well by Switzerland. They're moving the ball around more, whereas before, correct me if I'm wrong, it's quite often come down one side.
That's the pressure. It's just making sure they see all those options, but any high ball that's lofted, then it will just fall into the hands of Pizzi or Charmer. They really are strong. Sight the ball early as defence.
Lovely shot. So 13-2. 5.5 minutes left of this quarter, and this is a commanding lead by the Isle of Man. I'm sure they'll want to put the game to bed as early as possible to give as many players a rest as possible.
Oh, superb hands by Charmer. Just covered and smothered the ball there, strong arms over, and again, long with the shot.
Such a great split as well. Going to have to tidy this up, Switzerland. That's 3 in a row they've been pinged for obstruction. And how much is that tired legs as well?
Yes, you just sense an element of fatigue in there, just limited in terms of the work that they're doing off the ball. And we've seen them play quarters where they've had those multiple options, being able to take a choice, choose the best, and just sense some tired legs on there. They carry with them, though, that never give up attitude. So we know they'll make a comeback. We know they can, in terms of just trying to bridge the gap between the scoreline.
You can't take anything away from how well the Isle of Man are playing as well. And like you say, just smothering everything at the moment. And almost textbook there, isn't it, from Emily Osborne, landing circle edge, feeding in.
Miscommunication there, probably needed to use the player from behind there. That was Kate Doran at centre. Just pulling Osborne up. Ping pong again. Good work, Isle of Man.
Geldart read it well. Just popped through. And I absolutely love seeing flying defenders. I think it makes it really exciting because you just never know when they're going to run the ball.
That ability to track well and then just go on the fly, that's what everybody wants to see, isn't it?
Oh, nearly by Barrera.
Oh, excellent. Excellent shooting, Courtcraft there. So important to keep that ball into the body, and that was a great connection between Osborne and Long.
And this is going to be a tough job, isn't it, for Vanessa McElhenney, coach for Switzerland, on what she says to them now at quarter time, because the scoreline is quite big. And you've got to pick them up. They're going to be tired. I mean, how do you pull them out of that?
It's focusing in on there are positives, aren't there, and just making sure that they just try and think about what they're up against. And this is the tricky point when they've got such pressure of Pizzi and Chalmers. So bringing the ball through, they do relatively well, just thinking about that release point, just correcting some of those basics. And we've seen them make that improvement when they've returned back to court following those reminders from Vanessa, the coach.
Another score on the board from Morales Onrach. High fives with Manthos. She likes that. And so she should. Oh, yes. Oh. I mean, not yes because she took out the player, but yes because she went on the fly.
Oh, well done. She's up. Ready to go again.
Yeah, good job. Just over a minute left. 20 goals already for the Isle of Man. So just to put that into context, against the Northern Ireland Development side, Isle of Man scored 25 the whole game, and they've scored 20 in 15 minutes. So their reflections and their learnings from that to come and do this must have been huge.
Very focused, the Isle of Man. They've come out on a mission. I get that sense that it's fast ball through the court, connecting well, real determination from all seven that are on this court for them. And an impressive performance from the defending end, giving lots of shooting opportunity. Just not able to nail that shot, Sarah Long, but quickly on the defence, forcing the error.
15 seconds to get this one in, however. Yeah. She's giving herself a bit more space. Oh, she nails it.
Excellent play.
So that finishes the first quarter then. Isle of Man a whopping 21, Switzerland 4. We'll be interested to see now what the coaches say at quarter time. I'm sure they'll have lots of input, but we will be back in just under 4 minutes, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the second quarter here for the Isle of Man versus Switzerland. It's currently 21 to the Isle of Man, 4 to Switzerland. A couple of changes for the Swiss side. Tessa Protopapa is coming on at goalkeeper. Carla Sands comes on to wing defence, and Julia Bulgari comes on at wing attack. So not surprising to see some changes there, is it, Anita?
Expected, I think, with the scoreline and some tired legs in that first quarter. So hopefully Switzerland can get themselves off to a good start, but a great intercept again from Pizzi. She's just a force to be reckoned with at the back for the Isle of Man.
And again, in terms of target games, I mean, this happens across all sports, but for this competition, all teams will have specific target games, and Switzerland take on Gibraltar tomorrow. Do you think that's maybe a target game for them more than the Isle of Man game?
I'd like to think it was. I'm sure they'll come out with that rivalry and wanting to win against Gibraltar. I am surprised. I did expect them to be a little bit closer in scoreline to the Isle of Man, but it's just been an impressive performance first quarter by the defensive pairing, and Sarah Long being incredible in terms of her initial shooting at the start of the game.
They've literally just been, the defence have just been supplying the attack with ball, haven't they?
Yeah.
Oh, but we've just jinxed her. Sorry about that.
When we've seen Switzerland start the quarter well, they've almost maintained the performance. It's given them a lift and they've got themselves going. So just trying to rid those unforced errors out of their game, just put a little bit more pressure on in the mid-court onto the Isle of Man. I'm sure they'll see more possession.
And what was really nice actually after the Republic of Ireland game for Switzerland, you know, it was 75-24, but actually Switzerland played really well. And Vanessa McCullough-Naylor, the coach, was just over the moon, high-fiving all the players as they came off, you know, really giving them that lift of how well they did. And that was so nice to see.
It's retaining those positives, isn't it? It's important just to look at the processes and just give praise where it's due, and okay, look at what might need to be different in the forthcoming game, but positivity is important. We can sell any message in a positive way. It's just maybe changing a little bit in terms of the approach, the tactics, and these players really do want to do well. No one goes on court to underperform, but the pressure sometimes against them is tough.
Absolutely. And another score on the board for the Isle of Man, starting as they finished in that first quarter. Just relentless pressure. But again, I jinxed it as Emily Osborne just spills the ball.
Interested to see the change. Themel to the bench for Switzerland, Protopapa coming on. She did create a little bit of chaos in the previous game, so she can turn ball over. She is the one to disrupt an attacking line.
Well held there by Elaine. Pass from Bulgaria at her feet, but she scoops it up. It's a long shot. Yeah, too strong by Pizzi and Charmer. Oh, lovely bullet ball in.
Oh, great pick up there from Doran at centre.
Another opportunity gifted here. Yeah, this is definitely going in the back of the net. There's a couple of goal attacks here that I think you're giving the ball and you're like, yeah, that's going in.
It's such a smooth technique of Sarah Long. I know we talk a lot on commentary about the tactics, what's happening in the units and through the court, but just credit to Sarah. She's just got that really nice, smooth shooting action.
And Holly Charmer again. So, Anita, if you've done work with these defenders, when are you coming to my club?
There's some great work going on in the Isle of Man, and they're so incredibly passionate about their netball as well. So, yeah, a little bit of work on space marking, a bit on the zone, but they were tracking. They do the right stuff on attack and defence, and I think their S&C programme pays off as well at this age now too.
Yeah, it's vital, isn't it? I mean, I know there's always been that debate over athlete versus netball player, and actually you're always going to look at an athletic person and say, well, you can teach them to play netball.
Absolutely.
You can hear the squeaks. So there's chuck a duck at half time here, which I think is really exciting. And we don't film it, so I'm really sorry because you guys at home miss out. But yeah, I'm going to have to get a duck. You have to get nearest the centre circle. So if you've got a charity tournament at home and you're trying to raise money, do chuck a duck at half time. It's fabulous.
And a big shout out to our duck patrol as well. So Maggie Jackson on duck patrol. We've got the crew get themselves out there. All of those ducks flying into that centre circle. I think it's probably something that came from Manchester Thunder. I think we still see that over in Manchester at the Super League events too.
Oh, thank you, post. Oh, but then she was done for using the post, I think. Oh, but turn back. Again, Barrera, before the game today, would have taken her feet around that. Just, again, potentially just a little bit tired. It's a really tough place to be in. That was great hands by Sands. Just a bit too close.
And that's better from Hutchinson. She just started to lead away from the ball carrier. A lifted ball would not probably go over the Switzerland defence, so did recognise that, repositioned and just started to move towards the ball, towards the post.
Better movement here from Switzerland. Nice fast movement of the ball. Oh no, offside.
So limited pressure there on Osborne. She'll be looking just to put that right in attack, and good progression through court from Switzerland.
It's being clinical on the angles as well, isn't it? If you don't have limited pressure, you don't need to play away from the ball in that respect. She could have cut back and played top. Ooh, nearly. Next one. Come on, Morella, Sunrich. Here she goes. Two hands. Another attempt here. Gamers with the ball. Yeah. It's in that time, much to the delight of the Swiss fans. Oh, lovely. Such a beautiful entry by Long. I think I'm going to make up a super squad this weekend of all my favourite players.
That would be a good idea. We'll task you with that, Natalie. Ready for tomorrow's commentary.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. Tonight I'll write it. You'll be pleased to know that Ebenezer Oberon. Yeah, that's it. She's on my list. Absolutely.
Great impact player. Probably a great 60-minute player as well, but we've seen her be the impact and start on the bench. Phenomenal for Scotland. Great future, I'm sure.
Sarah Long is definitely in contention right now. That one-handed take. Lovely shot. The scoreboard ticking over for the Isle of Man. If anything's for sure, if it came down to goal ratio, the Isle of Man at the moment would definitely have put themselves in contention with this score so far.
Unfortunate for Switzerland there. I think that was a footwork call. So Pizzi on the attack again, just moving that ball quickly through the mid-court.
Almost an effortless feed there from Osborne to Hutchinson. Swiss side need to make sure they get their arms strongly over those feeds. I would have wanted to pick that up, just to see. Oh, strong take from Elaine. Just setting it correctly.
Oh, great intercept. That's what we want to see from Switzerland.
Hopefully that'll lift the team as well, and you know, you can see already them moving a bit more direct, a bit faster. Oh, well taken, Martina. Yes. Much better through court from them. So really proving actually that they do have what it takes to get through. That was off an Isle of Man centre pass. So hopefully that's given them a bit of an injection of energy now.
And I think a little bit more movement off the ball just helped them split the Isle of Man defence, particularly Pizzi and Charmer.
Yeah, I guess the idea is not to let them play together. That's a no goal, I think. I think it was a 3-second call. That's unfortunate.
Good choice by Charmer. Just two movers there, just one. Pulling some space.
Well, I would have wanted Barrera to run on that.
Another good entry into the circle by Sarah Long, the goal attack for the Isle of Man.
And again, Hutchinson. Great rebounding. And again.
Oh, well played, Switzerland. Stuck at that. Oh, almost kept the ball in.
Yeah, good valiant effort there by Barrera to try and keep the ball in. Goals on the board now for the Isle of Man. Only 6 goals for Switzerland. Someone was a bit keen, I think, on our scoreboard in here.
Key playmaker Pizzi on attack and defence, just doing an awful lot of work in that mid-court area, supporting the attacking play for the Isle of Man.
Such a great role model as well as a captain, isn't she?
Absolutely, really mature head, supports everyone in terms of the group. So long diagonal, not reaching anyone, so Switzerland back in possession.
See how they build this through the court. Protopapa finds Barrera. Elaine, Sands. Just need to get some depth, Bulgari. She's coming back up to sort of help out, but there's no one ahead, there's no one to pass to.
Just timing as well, isn't it? So they're all getting caught, just moving a little bit too soon, drawing the defence into that sideline, that far side.
And turnover. Good stretch by Elaine. And even the passes that aren't as accurate for the Isle of Man are still landing.
Almost fell onto court there. Hutchinson as she took the throw in, but managed to recover, sink the shot.
So 37-6, as we said, scoreboard just wrong on this. Hopefully Switzerland will score now and then make it right. Morelos on Wretch. No, opts to offload. Yeah, good space on the goal line there by Gamers. It counted. Thank you very much, umpire. That means that our scoreboard is correct. On 37 goals, Isle of Man, 7 goals to Switzerland. So that was 3 goals for Switzerland that quarter, and 16 goals for the Isle of Man. So a better quarter for Switzerland. Do not go anywhere. We will be back with you very shortly in about just under 8 minutes for the second half.
I'm with Emma, the coach from the Isle of Man. Emma, welcome to Antrim. Talk us through your expectations for your squad in this particular competition.
So I have 10 new caps this time, so we're probably coming with a little bit of a mixture of experience, but we're also trying to bed in new players. I have some established players that were in the last tournament, which I'm hoping will bring through my new ones. Being part of an island as well, we don't necessarily get the same competition as most places, and especially with COVID as well. So it's nice to basically bed in our players for the under-19s and under-21s going forward. So this is definitely about experience.
It's your first time as the Republic of Ireland coach, so just talk us through what you're aiming to achieve through this competition.
I'm very excited about this squad. I feel it's got a lot to give. It's a new squad with a lot of new caps, but I do think we'll be going in there to be ranked right up and do well.
And you say you're new to this squad, so what excites you the most about this group of players that you bring into this competition?
Their enthusiasm, the enthusiasm of Netball Island. I think they've got a lot of transitioning they want to do, and I think they are going to be a force to reckon with, and I believe in that journey. So I'm excited to be a part of that.
Welcome, Claire, to Antrim, and I'm sure as coach you're looking forward to this performance over the weekend. Talk us through your preparations so far.
I'm really excited to see what they bring. Preparations have been very similar to last time. We've upped the intensity, worked a lot on our strength and conditioning, and then the technical work has really been emphasis towards the end of our training program.
What expectations do you put on yourself as captain, and what have the squad got to really try and achieve?
For myself, just trying to make sure everything's comfortable, everybody feels happy, everyone thinks they know what they're doing, just so everybody's confident enough to go on court. And for the team, just to put 100% on court, try their absolute best.
What do you do off the court and what do you do on the court?
Helping the girls to bond together, making sure everybody's okay, making sure that everybody knows what they're doing. If anybody's got any issues, letting them know that they can come to me. On court, giving lots of advice, shouting up, making sure.
So we are back live for the third quarter. Trying to count between 1 and 4 is quite tricky at this time of night. A couple of changes for you for the Isle of Man. Amy Gelling is on at goalkeeper. Winnie Davis has come on to wing defence. Mia Pearson goalkeeper. For Switzerland, Sloan has gone to goalkeeper. And then Morales and Rich has gone to centre, and Manfas has gone to goal attack.
Good start by Switzerland, getting the first goal of the third quarter.
So just to reconfirm, because I'm not sure you heard those changes, I'm not sure whether the mic picked them up, because this one was on mute. How rude is that? Amy Gelling on at goalkeeper for the Isle of Man, Winnie Davis at wing defence, Mia Pearson at wing attack, Ellie Johnson at goal shooter, and then for Switzerland, Sloan at goalkeeper, Morales on Wretch has gone to centre, and Manthos has gone to goal attack. So some changes for both sides. Are you surprised, Anita? Do you think this is in lieu of tomorrow, or do you think it's in lieu of giving people experience?
I think mainly experience in terms of the Isle of Man. So there are players in the age group that are age grouping out in terms of this particular year, but others that have got another year in terms of under 17. So I think giving them exposure when the scoreline is as is, there 39 goals to 8 is a good thing. So important that the Isle of Man probably retain and keep on either Pizzy or Charmer, electing to keep Pizzy on. And I think as we've seen the younger ones come into the games over the first couple of days as well, it's either Charmer or Pizzy that's gone to the bench.
And that's quite key, isn't it, to have that experience rather than just have like a complete change, because, you know, that's how they develop, isn't it? Learning from the people that they're playing around.
Yes, and just keeping that structure on the court. The leadership from Pizzy is excellent. She is a communicator through the court, and that does help the younger ones.
And we see equally there Sarah Long holding the screen for Ellie Johnson, so, you know, taking control of that end as well. So clever play by Emma Williams, the coach for the Isle of Man. And the changes for Switzerland, we've seen Morella Sonrech move from that goal attack to the centre position. More effective there, do you think?
I haven't seen her in the centre position, but she's a solid deliverer of the ball, and I think there's a little bit more safety in terms of choices made at that first pass or the first phase of the centre. So let's hope that she can actually take the ball to goal and give more shooting opportunity for Switzerland.
Yeah, I agree. She does do a lot of work as a goal attack as well, so maybe actually it'll give Manthos and Gamez that option to just focus on the shooting element. Lovely through court here by the Isle of Man.
And Pearson, the wing attack for the Isle of Man. She's got the speed, so she can cut through the defence. We just witnessed that change of speed, the change of direction as well. So she's a good addition for the Isle of Man.
Oh. Great turnover by Long. (42-8). Oh, lovely connections. It just doesn't matter who they put on at the minute.
And just not as well contested in terms of defence from Switzerland. So I'm guessing fatigue. We've witnessed them really track well and actually just force the errors as that ball's come through from the mid-court. Just not quite happening for them in this game.
However, opportunity presents itself here for Gamez. Yeah, great shot. Important shot for Switzerland. It's important that they keep putting them up, keep trying to tick away.
And it was Gomez in a previous game, came on, scored 3 in a row, so she really got off to a great start when she entered the court in a previous match. So she's got that eye for the shot and a mid-range shot as well. So hopefully she can just work her way through, maybe capitalise on the fact that Charmer is on the bench, but Pizzi just picks up any loose ball.
Yeah, and it's just getting the ball down there, isn't it? Which is proving really tricky with that defence, as you said. I mean, Pizzi's there to pick it up, and there's players all over the court that are running on the tip. I mean, Winnie Davis is doing a good job. Doran has been doing it all game. They're just causing trouble, basically. Winnie Davis tracking as well on Bulgari.
Just an element of panic, I think, with Switzerland. Just seeing that one option, feel like they're forcing that ball forwards and just need other options. Maybe just that support on the overlap or that square ball, as we call it. Good take.
And I guess the easy thing for a defender is when there is one option, if you know it's going to go there, that's when you can time your run to let them send it and run on it. Oh, lovely backspace by Johnston.
Electing to put the centre pass back there, the Isle of Man, just giving a little bit of a breathing space to the attacking line, and that worked for them. Great passage of play through to Johnston at goal shooter.
And another thing that's quite key, isn't it, to try lots of different things when you're in this position. Okay, let's not do the same thing, mix it up and really see how it works, because if you come up against a team that does shut something down, you're going to need a plan B. And then potentially a C, D, E and F as well.
Yeah, and mixing up what you do just to try and outwit your opponent, and that's important at any level. And Switzerland can do that. We've seen them do it through the competition, and as we've said, when fatigue sets in, second game today, just that ability to make the right decision just fades away too.
Yeah, good drive there by Themmel. unfortunate that Bulgari can't pull that one in. Oh, good job, Manthos. Yeah.
It's a good contest there now. Pizzi and the goal attack from Switzerland.
Tatiana Manthos. I really like her at goal shooter as well. She started at wing attack, I believe.
And versatility there.
Yeah.
A lot of the Swiss players seem to play multiple positions, more than 3 positions at times.
I think it's quite nice at a young age group when they're offering quite a few positions, because I know that as you get to senior level, you probably want them to be a real specialist. But I think the ability to be able to play many positions means that you understand many positions. And I guess it's key depending on what level you're at as well as a country, because, for instance, someone like Mireles Onrech, who's obviously a fantastic player and one of the strongest players in the squad, it's quite nice to be able to move her around.
Yeah, she's strength wherever she is, and doing her best just to get this ball through the court and deliver safely from the centre pass.
Good decision to offload that laterally.
Almost taking every other pass as this ball comes through from the centre.
Yeah, good connection between her and Manthos. Manthos says, no, you can shoot it, Gamez.
Good speed of release there from Long, the goal attack for the Isle of Man, connecting well with Johnston.
Pizzi, oh, great pass. And a screen as well from Ellie Johnston this time to open up Long. Smart play by the Isle of Man attack. Manthos opting to swing. Great drive in, just placement there. Slightly off, could have done with placing it just to her right hand side.
It's almost sighting the defender, not just sighting the shooter. Good to reverse that and think, right, where is the defender? Where should I be putting the ball for this particular shooter?
I like that little nugget of information there.
I know, I stole that one. Liana Leota.
Well, if you're going to steal
tricks. Yeah, made a massive difference. Yeah, see the defender first.
You are welcome, everyone that is watching. See, this is another reason why you should be watching these games. You get nuggets from people like Anita Navin.
Stolen ones.
Doesn't matter if it's stolen, it's still awesome. Thank you, Liana Leota, for your contribution without even realising. Another great drive by Johnston. Just can't quite sink it.
Just not setting that shot, Johnston. Just needs to just compose herself, just go through that pre-shot routine and just steady before the release.
Oh, well held. It was a 50-50 ball on whether it was going to land, but she makes the most of it.
Oh, good tip.
Oh, such a beautiful quick release from Long.
thanks to Doran from the Isle of Man. So the Isle of Man get to respond again with their centre pass.
And Doran's another player that's had a great game. She's not necessarily like, some of these players aren't necessarily sort of like fancy or flary, but just doing an absolutely solid job. Ooh, how did that land?
I think there's a real intent from the Isle of Man just to try and always track ball side, and then when they're on the attack, they're doing the same. So they've got those good principles, and that's just impacting upon the Switzerland attack in particular.
But another chance here for the Swiss side. Sloan on the ball. Finds Morelos on Wretch. Good work by Sloan again. Oh, footwork. Oh, lovely movement. I feel like we could record some of these phrases. Great drive by Long, great movement by Long, great shot by Long.
I want to just say slow at the top of the shot for Johnston. It goes faster and it needs to just go a little bit slower. There we go.
She listened. Second nugget. You're welcome, viewers.
So come on, Switzerland, work through the gaps. We want to see some more goals on the board.
Absolutely. This could be it.
Great play. Well done, Gomez.
Still chance for another as well. Oh, see? Let's go. 25 seconds. Thermal. Good strong drive by Sons. Back to Thermal.
I've been impressed with Sands from Switzerland on the wing defence. She's definitely had an impact on Pearson in particular. Pearson's just struggling to get free. Sands tracking, closing off the space available.
And that one counted, which means it is 52 goals to the Isle of Man. 12 goals to Switzerland. So only 5 scored for Switzerland that quarter, but they did manage to keep Isle of Man down to 15, the lowest quarter score for them yet. There's still 15 minutes left of this game, so don't go anywhere. We will be back in just under 4 minutes. So welcome back to the fourth and final quarter of the third day here at the Under-17 competition in Belfast. We have on court at the moment the Isle of Man taking on Switzerland. Isle of Man currently leading 53 goals to 12. Some changes to bring you up to date with. Holly Charmer is back on at goal defence for the Isle of Man. Annabelle Clegg moves to wing defence. Winnie Davis is going to centre. And that is it for the changes for the Isle of Man. However, there are also huge changes for Switzerland. A big throw of the dice for their team. Bulgari goes to wing defence. Gamez goes to goal attack. Isabella Harper comes on at goal shooter. That's the first time we've seen her today. McDonald goes onto wing attack. Protopapa onto goalkeeper. And Sands moves to goal defence. So it'll be interesting to see what Sands does at goal defence, considering she did such a good job at wing defence for the Swiss side.
She did, she tracked really well, so she's got a little bit more work to do, particularly with the court craft that we see from Sarah Long and how well she can carve up that circle and create options and opportunity for Johnston. But it is Sarah Long, the playmaker, connecting, so let's see how that pairing goes and whether Sands can actually do some damage there. Unlucky Switzerland, footwork call there.
So almost wholesale changes here, and as we mentioned before, there's also a kind of feeling that both teams now have an eye on tomorrow. Every game is important, but actually when you're leading into even more important games in terms of winnable games or games that aren't sort of in the bag already, it's key that these coaches have one eye on that. And obviously, as we said, this is to do with promotion relegation here. Isle of Man will be wanting the promotion and they play the Republic of Ireland. It looks like whoever wins that game could well be the team that get promoted into the championship section next year, so it's all to play for.
And the Isle of Man with some players that will actually still be in this age group, because I guess often as they age group out they may win but never experience playing up in the championship, so that is a real positive for the Isle of Man, knowing that there are 4 players potentially that will still be in the squad next year.
And on the meantime, Isabella Harper take a bow. What a shot by her. Fabulous work. More of that, please, Switzerland.
That was a better offload from Pearson, just putting the ball into the body of Long. Rebound by Johnston.
Morales on rack, opting to go back, but can't quite make that placement work.
Few players getting caught with that late takeoff, we call it, so just taking the ball when the foot's already been planted. Something for some players to address, and the umpire's really quick to pick those up through this competition.
Oh, well held. Telegraphed that Morales on Ratch a little bit, could have faked that, and Harper was free on the goal line.
So Charmer re-entering, finishing where she left off. Little bit of a break on the bench and back on.
And as you said, Isle of Man really opting to keep some strength on in terms of experience to support those coming on. Although if you're just joining us, I bet you can't guess who is who, actually. Ali Johnston has certainly done a good job of just jinxed out on a shot. This is currently the highest number of goals scored by the Isle of Man so far in this tournament. The other high score was 42 against Gibraltar.
An offside call there. Unfortunate for Switzerland. Just felt that ball speed was much better there, putting pressure on, but looks like they get possession.
Yeah, should have gone first time. Oh, there's that footwork you were talking about again. Is that a thing of fatigue as well?
Yeah, we talked about it. I think it's also ball placement, isn't it? So just tired legs, but equally more just the decision and where to place that ball. Just playing the ball to the body of the player that's moving into the space as opposed to ball to space.
Prime example of that, as you were talking, it was almost like we planned it. It was like a perfect coaching video.
San's almost there. Putting pressure on, trying her best.
Swiss centre. Just over 9 minutes left of this game. Oh, Charmer was going. Such a good stretch. And I think for me, this tournament's really highlighting the difference in defensive, second stage defensive positions in that arms over. And Chalmers is lovely, isn't it? Straight up and then just that lean. Some of them are leaning with a sort of sideways arm with one hand, and I'm just like, no, be more oppressive.
I think just demonstrating that strong core as well. So the upper body is up there. She sinks her hips a little bit just to try and drive and drive up for the rebound. Does that really well. I think she's a great prospect for the Isle of Man. And I'm sure Pizzi and Charmer will probably be one of those pairings that we see moving through the age groups.
Lovely ball into the pocket. Not happy from there, Johnston.
And each of these shooters last weekend identified what they deemed their golden spots to be and where they wanted to be for that high percentage opportunity. For a very similar mid-range, but maybe just creeping in a little bit more. And so knowing and recognising when they feel the most comfortable in where they take the shot. And it's good to see that they're willing and are being supported to lay that ball and use that out and in.
Charmer again on the tip. McDonald, however, on the ball. Nice work by Harper. Oh, I just can't make it land. Oh, unlucky. Gamers kept it in. Just no Swiss players on the end of it. An unusual spill there by Pearson. Bulgari finds Morales on wrench. Still driving through hard on these balls, Davies.
Tried her best there. Morales on wreck just to keep possession. I think that's gone the other way. Free.
I think it was an offside call.
Oh, was it?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that was the signal, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, what a take! The Swiss bench like that, I'm not surprised. That was wonderful by Bulgari.
Clean two hands to the ball there, track well, two hands, made sure of it. Come on, Switzerland, let's score off this one.
I think you need to tell them you didn't mean the Isle of Man. Still plenty of time for another Swiss goal. 5.5 minutes left here. Oh, cheeky little pop by Long. Cheeky but lovely.
Good links there from the shooter pairing for the Isle of Man. I think Switzerland potentially struggling a little bit, knowing that Martina Morales-Omrek is at centre when you really want her at goal attack. I like her at the goal attack position, but it's a difficult choice, isn't it? She's a strength wherever for the Swiss side.
It is, and I also think she's got the fitness to last over the whole tournament as well. We've seen her before, and she doesn't seem to struggle with the fitness as much in terms of decision making and movement as some of the others. So it may also be a case of she's there for that purpose as well, for that drive, and to. Nice out by Harper. Yes, that was really good.
2 options to the ball there. Split the defence. It worked for them. That's more of that Switzerland.
Really, really good play. Yeah. She was like Spider-Man landing there.
Slightly awkward landing there.
Balanced. I'm good. Let's go. Bulgari. Oh, just a miscommunication between Bulgari and Protopapa. Lovely screen by Long. She applauds the feed.
And that was good vision by Davis.
This could be the one. Let's go, Swiss. Hopsch fuse. Oh, great take. Good hustle by Morales-Omrek to pick that up. Both going the same side.
Just moving a little bit too soon, the shooters for Switzerland. That's better ball.
Yeah, great shot.
We like the cowbells. They've gone a little bit quiet on us, Natalie, in this last game. We were hoping that we might get a few tunes from them, but livening up for the last few minutes.
They do always bring a great squad of supporters, the Swiss, and they are such a lovely travelling group as well. Oh, a lovely quick ball, Harper. An offside potentially there. Nice quick hands. Harper again. Yes! Come on, Switzerland!
So it's a great result for the Isle of Man, and thinking, I guess their hardest game is tomorrow, isn't it? The Republic of Ireland.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we said, what's really key now is that they rest and recover, because that game is absolutely key as to who is going to win gold in this challenge section and who is going to be promoted to the championship section, which all nations want to be a part of. They want to be able to compete against the best. To be the best, you have to put yourself against the best, so absolutely key for them. And for Switzerland, again, facing off against Gibraltar, strong rivalry between those two nations in netball, and so both will be out to win it, so lots of rest and recovery needed for tomorrow. In the meantime, this is potentially the best quarter for Switzerland so far. So far they've scored 5, which has equalled their quarter score against Isle of Man in the third quarter, but at the moment they've only kept them, or they've managed to keep them to only 11 if this goes in. So lots of positives to take for them moving forward as well.
Can't fault their determination and resilience just to keep ploughing through by Switzerland. It's a heavy deficit in terms of scoreline, but credit to them for just continuing to just work hard, and that's really great to see in terms of mindset.
And did we see Holly Charmer just check the ball? Oh my goodness me. Denied. 64 goals then to the Isle of Man, 11 scores that quarter for them. 17 for Switzerland, so 5 scored for them that quarter. Absolutely superb game by both teams. Tired legs on court, both will need to go now back to the hotel, recover and prep for tomorrow. Lots to come tomorrow, really crucial matches, so whatever you are doing, set your alarm. You need to be up by 9 o'clock to watch the first game, which is UAE versus Wales. You know, you can have a bacon butty at the same time, that's absolutely fine, but make sure you join us. And it's good night from us, and we'll see you tomorrow.